Hello world, I'm teacher Lisbeth and today we're going to learn about a new and interesting topic, adjectives, comparatives and superlatives. First, I prepared some grammar explanations for you. As you can see, we have adjectives that are qualities and these qualities can be compared using comparatives or can be highlighted using superlatives. Comparatives end with ER and superlatives end with NEST. Okay, this is the first difference. We have comparatives end in ER and superlatives in EST. Comparatives are used to compare two elements, as you can see on this picture. And superlatives, you need a group of elements in which you have to highlight one of these elements because it has a quality that stands out from the others, as you can see on this picture. Then we are going to learn how to use it. Comparatives and superlatives can be used to compare or highlight any element. It can be people, animals, or things. In this case, I've used a vocabulary about animals, as you can see on these slides. We have the following animals: hippopotamus, gorilla, panda, caterpillar, butterfly, and bee. As you can see, all these animals are different in size, mainly in sizes. We have on this case, this animal is a hippopotamus, that they are sharing different adjectives. The first hippopotamus is clean, and the second one is dirty. Okay, we have two elements because we are going to compare. Remember, two elements to compare. How can you form a comparative? Just you have to add ER at the end of the adjective. For example, clean, cleaner than is a keyword. Okay, it's a keyword because without that you cannot compare. Cleaner than, dirtier than, bigger than, smaller than, prettier than, and uglier than. On this part, we have some grammar rules. First, the general rule says that you have to add ER to the adjectives, right? As you can see. But we have two exceptions. For example, when the adjective ends in Y, as you can see on this part, you have to change this Y for I, as you can see on this part, and then you add ER. And don't forget the word then. Okay, it's basic for comparing. Use the word then. And we have another exception of this general rule that says that when an adjective ends with a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant, as you can see on this example, you have to duplicate the final consonant, that in this case is G, and then you can add ER. Okay, remember, one general rule and two exceptions. Now, can you tell me what are the adjectives that belongs to the general rule? Those adjectives that you just add ER at the end? Okay, if you said cleaner, and smaller, it's good. Excellent, good job. And what are the adjectives that belongs to the first exception that I explained before? Okay, dirty, pretty, and ugly. Ugly, they finish with NY, so you change to I. Okay, and then we have the only case that is the rule of consonant, vowel, consonant, that you have to duplicate the final consonant. Now we have this first example. We have an hippopotamus and a bee. These animals are different, of course. The hippopotamus is big and the bee is small. So how could you compare this? On this way. The hippopotamus, verb to be, is bigger than the bee. The hippopotamus is bigger than the bee. Now we have another example. It's the opposite. This animal is small and the hippopotamus is big. So how could you compare this? And this way. The bee is smaller than the hippopotamus. The bee is smaller than the hippopotamus. Okay, you can see. Now I prepared some activities. How could you scramble these words in order to form a sentence? Okay, so we have the first animal and the second one in order to compare. And this animal is big, and this is small. So the gorilla is bigger than the caterpillar. Very good. Next one. This animal is small or big? It's small, and this one is big. How would you compare these two? The butterfly is smaller than the panda. You see? Now the superlatives. As I said before, superlatives are used to highlight qualities in a group. We have, in this case, more than two animals. We have three. This animal is the biggest, and this one is the smallest. We have two cases in the same group. The biggest, the smallest. Remember, how you change this? The cleanest, as you saw in the example, the cleanest, the dirtiest, the biggest, the smallest, the prettiest, the ugliest. Okay? It's the same rule, and with the general rule and the section that I mentioned before. Which one is the smallest? We have three animals, and I want to know which one is the smallest. The smallest. Okay, the V is the smallest. The V is the smallest. Which one is the biggest? The opposite. We have three animals, and I want to know which one is the biggest. Okay, the elephant is the biggest. Okay, that's been solved. I'm really happy you've shared this. So, everybody, thank you to pay attention, and bye-bye.